Golden State, I don't know what I just watched. Like, I'm not even a Golden State or Boston Celtics fan. I'm just here to have a good series. And that game, the game one was something. So Golden State somehow manages to come out and look like the Golden State we all expected for about the first 40 to 42 minutes. And then, out of nowhere, they go on absolute collapse mode, and the Boston Celtics become the Avengers, and they go 9 for 9 from 3, and boom, out of nowhere, they're winning, and now they're up 17, and now they blow out the Warriors, and they win by about 15 in game one somehow, in a game that they got beat from wire to wire for the first 40 minutes. Like, if you told me, going into that fourth quarter, that Boston was going to win, I would have slapped you across the face. Because, in no way, because at the time, Steph Curry was the Steph Curry we all knew. Steph Curry was killing everybody. I think he had 30 points going into the fourth quarter or something like that. And then out of nowhere, fourth quarter comes, he gets in, and he becomes Stephen McFlurry and doesn't score again. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I blaming this game on Steph Curry at all. This is not Steph Curry's fault. He was the biggest reason why they're in the game, and every time he came out of the game, their offense would fall apart and Boston would come back. It was obvious. Every time he would go out, Boston would out of nowhere come back. But in the fourth quarter, when Steph Curry was out, somehow Derek White must have kissed Curry at halftime or something, kissed his wife, I don't know. But Derek White became Steph Curry and just made some ridiculous shots. Like, there was one where Steph Curry literally closed out on him at the end of the shot clock. He just pulled it up from, like, the timeline and just splashed it. Like, Derek White is not supposed to be on that type of timing. Like, and that's probably the best shot Derek White has ever hit in his career. No disrespect to him, but that's just not Derek White doing Derek White things. That's Derek White doing Steph Curry things, which is not a normal occurrence. And then Al Horford became prime Joel Embiid in the fourth quarter and just went absolutely stupid. And that was all while Jaylen Brown was also going off in the fourth quarter. So really, I don't know what woke up the Boston Celtics for the last 8 minutes, but those last 8 minutes were insane, and the Warriors had a very bad last 8 minutes, because I'm pretty sure in the fourth quarter they got outscored something like 40 to 16, and if the Warriors just have an average fourth quarter, they have a chance to win, and if the Boston Celtics have just an average fourth quarter, they get beat by 15 points. So I am not saying that the Warriors are in trouble or anything, because I am not part of that camp right now. I'm part of more of the camp that this was kind of a fluky win for Boston, because here it comes. A lot of people are trying to say that Jason Tatum playing bad and Boston still winning is a good thing, but I would be more concerned if I was a Boston fan, because Jason Tatum playing really bad in at least one game a series this playoffs has kind of been a pattern, because in the second round he had a game 3, he only dropped 10 points, and in the Eastern Conference Final, should I say, in game 3 once again, he only dropped 10 points again on awful efficiencies, and now he did it in game 1 of the NBA Finals, and if he does that again, chances are Derek White doesn't become Steph Curry and Al Horford doesn't become Joel Embiid, and they lose that game. And if that doesn't happen this game, they lose this one as well by about 15 points. So I would be more concerned why the hell Jason Tatum looked the way he did this game, opposed to, hey, we won this, because this win, call what you want, was kind of fluky for the Boston Celtics. 99 out of probably like 100 times, the Warriors win this game, let's be honest, but it didn't happen. Congrats, Boston, you did win. If I was a Boston fan, I'd be a tad bit concerned that the first 42 minutes of this game didn't look very good about us at all, and Steph Curry kind of had his way, and plus the pick and roll at the end of the game as well for the Warriors looked very good, so I'd be a little concerned about those aspects of the game, but you did get the win overall, so you can't really take too much away, and if I was a Warriors fan, I'd probably be more along the lines of pretty frustrated that we choked this game away, but hey, at least we looked really good, and we do look like the better team, at least throughout game 1, because if you ask me who looked better, I would say the Warriors, because for the vast majority of the game, the Warriors were winning and were the better team, but Boston came alive when it mattered, and they really did come alive. I think they went like 9 for 9 from 3 at one point, and they were able to just go on an absolute insane run. I think it was 17-0 and come all the way back against the Warriors. But really, overall, I think the Warriors are going to be fine. I'm sure they're going to come back and win game 2, or it's going to be 1-1 by the end of this. And probably after the end of the Boston homestand, it'll probably be 2-2. And then no telling what's going to happen from there. But if I had to predict, the Warriors are going to win game 2, probably pretty handily, because they're not going to want to choke away another loss. And they honestly did look like the better team. I'm not saying they are the better team, but I will say they did look like the better team for the first 42 minutes of the game. Now, the last 8 minutes of the game, the Boston Celtics looked like the best team since 73 Chicago Bulls, and even better than them, and they looked like the best team ever. The Monstars out there, I don't know what happened those last 8 minutes. God just gave them every superpower. I don't know what Steph Curry did to piss off Jesus, but the Celtics sure took advantage of it. But for those last 8 minutes, like I said, yeah, Boston was just insane, and the Warriors were quite the opposite. But, you know, outside of those last 8 minutes, the Warriors look better. So really, both camps can take good things away from this game, and also take some negative things, and they can work on it. So I think for sure that if I was a Boston fan, I'd be happy we won, but kind of concerned. And if I was a Warriors fan, I'd be more frustrated and that we lost, and be like, hey, going into the future, we're probably going to be the better team. And those were the kind of sides that I seen, and that's kind of what I took away from this video. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say. See you in the next game. See ya. Goodbye.